Log 214. My friends, Shylock is at the helm, and Geronimo at the tiller. The boat is full of Apaches. They are carried at full speed by Quarks. They travel beyond the first circular formation of the 12 dimensions. Shylock stands with beard and hair blowing in the Quarks. He holds a spear in his hand, tipped with iridium. He thrusts it far into the void, and lo and behold, the second circular formation appears. It has the same number of dimensions and configurations. Life begins with the expanding and contracting universes in each configuration and dimension. The void is no longer a threat and recedes almost to oblivion. Shylock and his crew enter the central reservation in the second formation. I send a message of congratulations to Shylock and call him Old Father Time. For time is in every dimension, being past, present, and future, rolled into one, or Jehovah. I speak to the 8 billion supreme beings of the ease of producing new universes. But how rare are the existence of the royal flush. So rare, in fact, that perhaps in no other place do they exist other than our holy temple. My friends, it has been postulated that in another 30 years, global warming will cause failings and catastrophic events that will end our possibilities of interplanetary life and indeed the end of the royal flush. It was heartwarming to hear of 2 Russian astronauts, together with 1 American in space, doing research recently. And of course, many probes sent to Mars and further afield. And those many years ago when we landed on the moon. The tragedy is, my friends, that our resources are exhausted by military feuds. They must be stopped. My friends, here is a model of one strand of the double helix of the rose. Somewhere on it is the gene of the kill. It began its life about 7 million years ago. It began perhaps in only a handful of hominids. But it was successful and became present in every one of us today, the gene of the kill. My friends, and all governments in the world, this process of obeying one minute gene can be controlled by our brain, especially one primitive gene of the kill. All weapons of war must be laid to rest, and the whistle and the flag raised. I, the Director of Peaceful Operations, have given to each of you the royal flush, the holy temple, the swan, the 3 ears of corn, the rose, and Moses in the bulrushes. The models of the royal flush must be given to every child over 5 and to all persons. As a matter of extreme urgency, the history of killing will no longer be taught in schools, nor will there be books concerning the subject. How is it that we talk with such ease of the extinction of species before us, and yet do hardly anything concerning our own safety? My friends, I have been born and nurtured for this position as the saviour of mankind, plants and animals. Jesus, carrying his cross, met his death amid jeers and jibes. His person has inspired half the world population. I carry my Y chromosome and have been thrown cannonballs and drugs at my brain. It has elicited the royal flush, and everlasting life to mankind, plants and animals. Moses in the bulrushes looks down on the strand of the double helix. How can a minute gene on the double helix cause the total demise of man, plants and animals? It must not happen. I say to Shylock and Geronimo, I understand that there are also females in your crew on the second creation. I am sending over Jessica and Shakespeare and the works of Mendel and the ears of corn and peas. Shylock stands proud and examines his extra spears tipped with iridium. Send me what you like, Alan. I am chasing the void to bring more dimensions. As a matter of extreme urgency, I call on Israel, Palestine, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Iran, all descendants of Abraham, to start the peace train from Jerusalem to Ur. My friends, I want you all to act in a mature way for the survival of our holy temple. The swan, the rose, the ears of corn, and the conduct of Moses. We are not going to be driven to death by an ancient gene on the double helix or genome that can't even tell the time of day. My friends, we put salt, mustard, vinegar, and pepper on our food. Let us now spread the royal flush over the two circular formations. Shylock, did you hear that last paragraph? Shylock replies, sorry, Alan. I am too busy building a machine that will take my iridium spears and shoot them into the distant void. My friends, I end this blog with the oft repeated words, for we shall enter the configurations as the vowels within the consonants. Jehovah. Salam alaikum. Shalom. Peace to all mankind.